and welcome back to Let's Craft About It. I am so excited to have you here. This video is part of a week-long back to school series. So if you want to stay tuned and not miss a video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Thanks so much for joining me in the last day of the back to school series. In today's video, we are going to be talking about larger than the mat projects, and I am going to be teaching you step by step on how to create a larger than the mat school bus and ruler. So if you want to learn more about this, keep watching. So to start off, we want to start off with the image of a school bus. So I'm just going on to Cricut Access and selecting a image from their library. And then I'm going to simply press insert and it will pop up in my canvas. Then I'm just going to make this a little bit larger right now so that you guys can see what we're working with. The next step is to select a square, and then I'm going to be adjusting the size to 11.5 by 11.5 because I will be using the 12 by 12 mat, and the max size you can cut is 11.5 by 11.5. Then we're going to go ahead and duplicate it 6 times, and then we are going to line them up side by side so that when we bring our bus in, we'll be able to slice it, and then at the end we'll be able to piece it together like a puzzle. And you really want to make sure that they are side by side perfectly. All right, once you have your 6 squares, you are going to go ahead and move your bus over, and then you're going to place it center with the squares, and then you're simply going to duplicate it for the amount of layers we have. Once you have those all duplicated, we can go ahead and start deleting off layers to leave 1 layer per grouped squares. For this one, I noticed that I'm not going to need 6 squares, so I'm just going to move it up, and then I'm going to delete the bottom 3 squares. And the same goes for this one. I don't even need to do any of the squares, so I'm just going to delete it because it's simply going to cut on its own 12 by 12 mat. The next step is to go ahead and start slicing. So we are going to be doing this by selecting one of the squares and then the image, and then just simply hitting slice. And you're going to do this for every single square to create a puzzle of the images. So once we have them all sliced out, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start deleting the extra sliced layers, and then we're going to go back into our layers panel and we are going to delete the bottom gray layer because we don't need this. This is just a duplicate of your blue layer. And that's it. We're just going to simply duplicate the steps for the remaining layers and then send it to cut. So once I am done with one layer, I like to start layering them up just so that I can get an idea of what the final product will look like. So I am just taking the yellow layer and I am going to put it right on top of the blue layer, and then I'm going to continue slicing the black layer. And that's it. You're just going to select everything and then adjust it to the size you want, which is 28 inches for me. And then you're going to simply hit make it, and then it's going to go ahead and send it to your Cricut to be cut out individually on its own 12 by 12 mat. All right, now that we have it cut out, it is time to start assembling your larger than the mat school bus. So I like to go ahead and tape it with a small piece of tape first, and then once I'm done getting it pieced together, I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to start taping it with a thicker piece of packing tape. And you're just going to go ahead and do that for each layer that you have with your project. So I wanted to go ahead and give this a little bit of a 3D effect. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the black pieces for later. So I'm just going to take my yellow layer and I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to stick these 3D foam pieces of tape, and then I'm going to peel them back and then place it and then go back in with the 3D tape on the black ones and then tape it right on top of the yellow. And that's it. You've officially learned how to make a larger than the mat project. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions on videos you would like for me to make sure to leave them in the comments below so we can craft about it. Make sure to check out Jessica P's creation where she teaches you guys how to make this really adorable cookie to make your child's first day of school a little extra special. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video.